Good morning. Hi, beautifuls. Did you guys sleep well last night? Hi. Good morning, Finn. Hi. Oh, come on. Good girl. You guys ready to eat? You guys doing good? It is Monday. The horses got here on Saturday and Sunday. I took care of them in the morning, came out and checked on them multiple times. They were doing great. I was so tired. I did not have the energy to take any videos where I'm talking or anything. I spent most of the day catching up on stuff at home, all the just domestic house duty kind of stuff. Taking care of the kids, making sure everybody was set up for the week, and prepping for the new school year, laundry, groceries, all of that stuff. And because I'd been so focused on getting horses here that I got really behind in those areas. So everybody was good though. Everybody settled in beautifully. They're definitely a little bit stressed because I'm seeing more resource guarding. I'm seeing a little bit more agonistic type behavior towards each other. A little bit more kind of aggression towards each other, but not bad. It's not been terrible. Nothing I'm super concerned about, just a little bit of an increase. Different environment, all the stress of the move, being tired, food not being in the same location, just stuff like that, right? But they're all eating well, they're all drinking well, everybody's doing fantastic. Today the goal is to unload these horse trailers. We've got hay, we've got equipment, we've got everything into my tack room. And I will kind of show you before and afters, and the kids are going to help me unload a lot of it. That's kind of what they're going to help me do today. Good thing for summer break and all of that. And let's see, we'll make sure that they stay full on hay until I get the round bales out, and yeah, we'll be refilling waters, just kind of doing stuff. But today is unpacking day and settling in day, and before it gets too hot, it'll take a couple days to do that for sure, at least. I don't have any lessons scheduled for this week, no interns, no nothing. So I have a full week. Well, kind of, I have something else at the end of the week, but yeah, so we've got many days to settle in, and then the weekend, and I'm sure it'll take much longer than that, but get the majority of it out. And then we have follow-up projects to do. Like right here on the side of the shed, we're gonna build a lean-to roof so that it covers any square bales, all my cleaning equipment, carts, buckets, all of that. So we're gonna build a roof out over this that's just open. We got to put these fence boards back up that we took down so that the horses could come in easier here instead of having to, well, that has like a silt fencing over there, so that's why we didn't go that way. And so yeah, so we just got stuff to do. We got to unpack, and yeah, so, and then we'll probably be milking out the pastures a little bit. One thing that I'm hoping to cover today, or work with them on, is they have not yet really gone down the hill by themselves. They've gone down with me a little bit, but they're nervous about it. So, and that's where the round bales are going to go, is down that hill. So I'm going to be working on strategically getting them more comfortable with walking down that hill. I'm going to be moving their square bales down slowly, a little bit over time, and dropping some alfalfa, things like that, to encourage them to start exploring down that hill so that they can go get those round bales without being super nervous. I'll probably leave hay up here for a while until they're more adjusted. As you can see, poor June is so tired. She is just absolutely max. She looks a little bit sleep deprived. I'll have to look at my cameras. I don't know if she laid down last night. But that's something to keep watch on, you know, if they're laying down, if they're getting enough rest. It's really important, and especially with horses that are not used to travel, that don't sleep well when they're traveling, that, you know, you have to watch for any changes in behavior. And she's not normally this zoned out, so I'll be keeping a close eye on her. I'm excited about them using their shelters. Candy just walked through her shelter, and my other guys are using their shelter a little bit. These two, not so much. But we're getting there. They're getting familiar. I've worked really hard on those shelters just for them, especially for Candy and Cashmere. I knew they would enjoy their shelter a lot. And there you are. You're in your shelter. Good job. They don't get as much shade in the morning, but they start to, towards midday, get more shade. So that, and for River, I knew she would really like the shelter too. So she used hers yesterday, and I was very excited about that. But yeah, so we're gonna do feeding, morning feeding and unpacking, and that's our day for today. See, I knew you would like your shelter. Good girl. Monday evening, like 7 o'clock, and we are filling round bales. You can see a nice big fresh one right there. We've been using square bales previously, but it's time to switch to the round bales. Got June and Sugar right there. They haven't wanted to come down this hill, probably because it's a little scary. There's a cliff way down there. Don't worry, there's safe fencing. They can't get over there. But it is close to that cliff. And then two, they're not used to quite extreme hills like this. It doesn't look like very much of a hill, but it is. It's quite the hill. It was quite challenging for June to get down it the first time when we walked her down there. And the other reason is I think that it's rockier down there, and they're not used to that either. Even though they both have really good feet and they should be fine, they're barefoot. But yeah, it's much rockier down there than it is up here. This ground is much softer. So I think that's adding to it. And another factor would be that all the other guys are staying up here too. So my job today is setting up these round bales. They still have some square bales up here, so they're likely to stay up here for the square bales. But I'm going to be placing some enrichment, some alfalfa down that hill to encourage them to walk their way down there and see where that round bale is. And then we'll see tomorrow if they've started making their way down there. But if they don't, that's okay. It'll take a couple days, I'm sure, to work up to it. For now, I'm just trying to gradually work them up to it. They are not being starved up here, but I do want them to eventually make their way down that hill and eat down there, and then get their water and their meals and their shelter up here and training up here. So there's gonna be a lot of reinforcement value up here at the top. So I'm trying to add reinforcement value down below. Sugar, come down here. So I spread some alfalfa clumps around. The light, I'm losing the light, so it's kind of hard to tell, but this isn't the greenest alfalfa, but I spread them leading up to the round bale and kind of all the way down that hill. So the idea is that they'll kind of gradually work themselves down here by following the food trail. And it looks like Sugar's coming, maybe. Come on, baby. She's like, I am not sure about this. But she'll work her way down here. I'll probably in the next couple of minutes see her all the way down here. There they are. They went down the hill. June is quite cautious, but she's looking for her alfalfa. There she goes. And they found the round bale. They are slowly making their way down. Round bale's right here. Which I saw evidence of them coming down yet last night, but I'm just helping them out to see it. Of course, now there's a tractor coming up behind me that they're probably a little bit worried about, but progress. Clear. It's very clear by their manure that they spent most of the time up at the top of the hill. Definitely every time I was here, they were up there, so. So this is kind of funny, but this herd of 4 right here has decided that this shelter and this area right outside the shelter, this little corner, are their potty spots, which I don't mind at all because then it's all concentrated. Like there's almost no manure anywhere else. They're kind of potty training themselves. They kind of did this at the old place. They would go under 2 specific trees. They would poop all around them. And then there was one particular area that they usually urinated. And it made it really easy to clean up. These guys, they seem to be just kind of be going wherever they want, which is pretty normal for them. And then June and Sugar over there are, they're going just about anywhere. I just thought that was interesting how they're kind of, the groups are deciding and, you know, kind of getting into their routine and how they're all a little bit different. Their dynamics are a little bit different. All right, so wanted to do an update. Let's see, the horses moved on Saturday, Saturday. Yeah, last week. I lost track of time. So it's been over a week. So today is Monday. So 7, 8, 9, we're on day 9. And they're all doing really good. I'm walking out there right now to check on them for the evening. So one of the struggles that we've run into is that the ground is much rockier than they're used to. There is areas of the pasture that you can see are like up here, it's besides that spot right there, but everything else is pretty soft up here at this top because there's actually dirt added down up here. And that's nice. So then they have this whole area that's much more padded and gentler on their feet. And then down below is much rockier. So what I've been doing is, a lot of them have boots, not all of them. I'm waiting for a couple more to get here, but I've been putting on their boots at night. So they're going 12 hours at night with their boots on, and then during the day I'm taking them off. New boots, Scootin'. They feel kind of funny. You should feel honored. Those were tigers. A perfect fit. And protect your feet from those rocks, huh? Did you guys all keep your boots on last night? Did they help? While we're working up to some rock crunchers. Raven kept hers on too. That's impressive. Using your shelter, you like it? So we're kind of doing we're rotating or doing them on and off. So they're not wearing them 24/7. Some horses can wear their boots 24/7, but none of my guys are used to wearing boots very much. And so there's a higher probability of rubbing. Pumpkin already has a little bit of rubs, but that's partially because her boots that actually fit her really well, something broke on them. So I'm waiting for the repair parts to get here. So she's wearing a pair of boots that kind of works, but it rubs after they stay on for too long. So she's actually tonight gonna go without them because of the rubs. And they're doing okay without them. Like they could probably go without, but I'm worried about, over the next couple of weeks, them getting worse and worse. So I'm trying to protect them now before they get too broken up and we eat away too much of the sole. I also ordered something called hoof armor, which I've used in the past, which is something that bonds with the sole of the foot, and it's not harmful at all, but it helps strengthen the sole and strengthen the hoof wall and all that to help prevent the chipping. So that's on its way as well. I had actually ordered it before we moved and somebody stole it from our gate, which I'm really upset about, along with some other stuff. It was a very expensive thing that happened. So I had to order it again. And let's see, what else have we got? The other challenge. So Sugar got cast the other day. You're okay, babe. I'm gonna help you. What happened? Oh my goodness. And which was kind of odd because we have the same fencing here that we had at our old place. I just think she just doesn't know the pasture as well. She's not very well, she's a little bit accident prone. She just went down. I saw it on the camera. She went down close to the fence to roll, and that's when she got stuck. So thankfully I got here. I didn't see it when it happened. I arrived and saw her on the ground, and then I looked at the cameras. But it had been about an hour that she had been down, so not for too long, and we were able to get her out without too much damage. She had a few cuts on her leg, but that's about it. So I'm very thankful for that. Everybody else has been doing really good. It's just been so flippin' hot here that they are really struggling. And then we have horseflies here, which we didn't at our old place, because I think we have horseflies at this location because there's a creek bed, even though it's dry right now, right down the hill, and also it's more forested here. And so they're not terrible, but we do have some. And whereas at the old place we did not. So I have a couple of the horses with fly sheets on because they were getting beaten up by the horseflies. And unfortunately, with how hot it is here, it's just been, it's like, I don't know, it's just been, what do we do? Do I put the fly sheet on and avoid the horseflies and them being bitten up by them? Or do I keep the fly sheets off and keep them cooler? And so it's just been a back and forth trying to make sure that we manage everybody as best we can and get things as smooth as possible. And we're just trying to get into a routine. I'm still unpacking the tack room, the feed shed. We're getting into a routine there. There's no air conditioning in the tack room and stuff though, so I'm having to cart back and forth a few of my supplements because they can't sit in the heat. And we're using my trailer for hay storage right now and extra feed storage. And for the rest of my stuff, I haven't unloaded yet, but it'll be unloaded soon. We've gotten into a bit of a routine. We're still working out the kinks. Like just, you know, I've got to cart the water here. So we have a water trailer. The cicadas are so loud today. I cart the water here with my truck and fill up the water troughs from the well. Eventually we'll have some water up here, but it's not here yet. So that, just figuring out how long that takes, how long the water troughs last for, making sure to take care of, you know, put their boots on and off, which we weren't doing at the old place. Fly sheets on and off, which we weren't doing at the old place. Just there's a lot of little stuff that I've had to add, additional care that I've had to add that we weren't having to do before. And part of it is because I couldn't do it before because I live so far away. So there's a silver lining to all that extra care, which is that now I can provide it. So that's a blessing. And I think that's about it. I mean, that's pretty much the update. Everybody's doing really good. They're all down the hill right now because they don't know I'm here. As soon as they hear me, they will come up here. But yeah, I'm here to feed Candy her soaked pellets that she gets twice a day because she doesn't eat a lot of regular hay. She doesn't have very many teeth left. And put on boots and take off fly sheets. So that's my evening routine. And then in the morning I do boots off, supplements, and some cleaning of it depends on the day, but I've been doing some picking up of the pastures, the manure, in the mornings as well. So, and any other chores. So in the morning is when I get unpacking done, taking care of the horses, cleaning, anything like that. And then in the evening, I just do a quick boots on, fly sheets off, and Candy with her soaked pellets. But the Pumpkin's had a little bit of stocking up behind in the hind legs. She has stocked up in the past when she stands around more. But I think right now, I don't know why she would stock up this morning. The only thing I can think of is because she had a little bit of rubbing from her boots that maybe she was walking less. And so that caused her to stock up a little bit. But otherwise she seems very happy and doing quite well. The food anxiety or the food aggression and all the resource guarding is dying down. It is getting much better. So that's good. And I've been trying to get them into a routine when it comes to feeding and which pens they go into and kind of what's expected. And they seem to be getting into it. Candy is taking some time. And then who else today was having a hard time? I think it was Raven. She's been doing great. And then today she was like, nah, I don't feel like going in the pen. So I don't know why that was, but we'll figure it out. At risk of sounding like every Texan out there right now, it's raining. It's just sprinkles pretty much. We had some really heavy wind earlier, just big droplets basically. The horses were using their shelters. I am very excited about that. They were standing in them. Now it's light enough that they're not really using them, but fingers crossed it keeps raining. We are desperate for rain. We've had fires. We've been in a drought. Everything, as you can see, is dead and brown. And so, yeah, rain, some more, keep raining. I mean, okay, moderation, healthy amount of rain, no flooding, nothing like that, just moderation. Texas, knowing Texas, go big or go home. So we just want medium Texas. Yep, click, yeah. Yep. Go forward. It's okay. Good. Yeah, that was good. Morning. How is everybody? First, let's start outside a little bit. This is all temporary, but I've got my fly sheets hung up right here and our manure cart that we move around with the four-wheeler. Muck things, and these are my treat dispensing balls that we can put hay pellets in, things like that, and they can roll around. The feed buckets and my hay balls that we can stuff full as well and throw out into the pastures. This all eventually is going to be covered, and which will make it a lot more, all weather friendly. Right now it's just hot and dry, and so it's doing fine outside, but once it starts raining we'll definitely want it covered. But yeah, for right now that's working, and that's a big burn pile in the back there. And then all my hay right now I am storing inside my trailer, and also my extra feed bags. So they are all inside of there. I'm not going to open it up right now, but yeah, so that's in there. And we've got an extra water trough here that I can pull water from to soak pellets, things like that. But let's go look at the important part, the fun part at least. Hi, June. But let's go do a little tour of the inside of the tack and feed shed. Okay, so first to begin, we'll look at this wall right here. We've got all of my feed. We've got those are hay cubes and Timothy pellets, alfalfa pellets, Renew Gold, minerals and such. And then that has back there like flaxseed, chia seeds, all of that. I've got all my supplements up here in these baskets. I can just pull them out and get their supplements out of when I refill them every week. And then extra jugs of things. Extra supplements up there that I don't use regularly or back stock. And then, so I've got all my towels and such and herbs up there for self-selection stuff. I've got just miscellaneous like gloves and all the little stuff that you need at the barn. These are my baskets full of stuff I need for supplements, little containers, syringes, and extra supplement containers. This is for things that need to go back to the house to be washed. This is for my daily scissors that's broken, gloves. I've got usually it's a paper towel roll, but it's empty right now, and stuff to clean the counters with. Broom, trash can, a little stool to sit at and do my supplements. So let's go to the back wall I've got my bridles up on the top right, and down here is all my cinches, girths, grazing muzzles, and neck ropes. You can see right there. Let's see, we've got my lunge ropes, and yeah, all my bitless bridles up here. And this is the laundry basket, mud boots, and these are the horses' barefoot hoof boots. And I just keep them in this thing so I can just grab the whole thing and take it out to the pasture and put them on, because right now they're doing about 12 hours on, 12 hours off of their hoof boots. So that's easy just to cart them all around in. I've got my saddles, or at least most of them. Some of my saddles that I don't use regularly are inside the trailer, so I'm using my tack room in my trailer as like back, storage for the extra. These are my bareback pads, my nice ones, and an English saddle up there, and then 2 Western saddles here. I've got a hoof jack here with my rasp and my tripod, which this is kind of temporary. I need to figure out a more permanent solution for where my tripod and all that's going to go, especially once I start pulling out saddle pads and such, which are, it's a little bit tight in here. I would have liked to have more room for my saddle pads, and also these are my back on track sheets. The mesh and the scrim sheets are here. I would have liked to have a little bit more room for all of these, but I'm trying to get a lot into this small space. This shed is 12 by 12, and then it's finished out, so we lose a little bit of that space with the walls and everything. These are my extras. Like, this is my red light pole cap and extra fly mask, and just extra bitless stuff that I don't use regularly. I could probably put that in the tack room if I need to, but for right now it's fine there. I've got extra boots, bell boots, things like that in that container. Up here in this top shelf right now, I've just got, this is a set of boots in here I haven't opened yet. More red light and my recording camera. I'm gonna get some more of the baskets that match the supplement ones, the large ones, and put them up here. So it's not done yet. These are my extra boots, my soaking boots and therapeutic boots, and boots that don't fit any of the horses I have right now all go in this basket. Here's all my training pouches from the trainer's pouch, and also some different kinds here. They're all wrapped up, and so this would be nice. I can just kind of pull it out and use it, or just grab one. Then of course I have all my supplement drawers for each of the horses. They're all labeled, and then inside have daily supplements. So I just grab one of these containers and put it in their feed. This box we are going to refinish, but it is my client's tack box. All of her stuff is in there. The one board and train that I have right now. Then this lovely shelf has a lot of different things on it. So down here we've got all my medical supplies. I've got wraps and vet wraps and gauze and thermometers and all kinds of stuff. This is a little bit of a miscellaneous set of drawers. I've got like vet tape in here, not vet tape, but the K-tape in there. I've got my ace bandages for my proprioceptive work. I've got tools, and down here I've got more like zip ties and tools. So this one's a little bit miscellaneous. This is all my sprays and extra shampoos and refills on, fly spray and such. And then this right here we're using for all the bathing stuff. I can just pull out that whole thing. These are all of my ointments and hoof care stuff, all organized into drawer, like little basket things. And I've got this, I love this thing. It's a little Lazy Susan turnaround for more ointments and little stuff that would fall down in those big ones. Got more hoof care stuff here, like my hoof armor stuff and pieces for my hoof jack. Got my clickers here, and I'm missing a bunch of them. I think they're in the training pouches. And then I've got some more enrichment stuff here for the horses, and my scent work pouch there. Up here is my back on track stuff. I've got a whole tub of stuff, and my Surefoot pads, which also need a basket, and it's coming. Okay, then back up here in this corner, I've got my cones, which I'm missing a bunch of them. They're still at the old place. I gotta go pick them up. And my targets and pool noodles. I plan to get, I have an old whip holder at my old barn. I'm gonna put it up here, and I can put my target sticks in that. So that'll be great. And I have some plans for that wall right there. So yeah, and here's all my grooming stuff. So I've got, fly spray, all my hoof picks, my brushes, other extra stuff. And then down here, the halters, which seems really low, but actually because the shed is off of the ground, when I step down here, when I'm down at floor level outside the shed, hi June, The halter's right here, so I can just reach in here and grab it, and it's right at the right height.